welcome back to another lore-accurate Xenomorph build. Continuing in the chronological order of the series, we now arrive at the fourth installment, that being Alien Resurrection. Specifically, we're going to be taking on the very weird and very strange Xenomorph, that being the Newborn, who actually really doesn't show up until the end of the film, but leaves a really big impact. So let's go ahead and get into it. The Newborn is a freaky variation of the Xenomorph that is half human and half Xenomorph, and is actually born through natural birth and not the parasitic life cycle that the Xenomorph usually has. Despite the fact that this is closer to how we do things, it makes the Newborn as a result very, very weird. I tried to encapsulate its odd origin of natural birth with an add-on and a perk, that being the add-on Molted Skin and the Freddy Teachable Fire Up. Molted Skin is whenever Survivor places a flame turret that Survivor becomes exhausted for 30 seconds. This is here mostly in a, well, literal sense, that being that the Newborn leaves the Queen and is brought into the world from her body. Fire Up, which is whenever a generator is completed, you get a 6% stackable speed bonus to kicking, vaulting, and picking up, is here as a sign of how the Newborn really isn't there for most of the film, but is born and dynamically changes the course of the film. This is mirrored by Fire Up in the fact that it has 0 stacks at the beginning of the match, but as the match progresses, you begin having more of a presence in the match itself. Next, I don't know if you noticed this, but the Newborn is kind of a big, beefy boy, sitting at a whopping 8 feet tall. He's also so strong that he's able to behead the Queen Xenomorph in one single swing. To encapsulate that, we use the add-on Emergency Helmet and the Trapper Teachable Brutal Strength. Emergency Helmet, which increases your resistance to the flames from the flame turrets by 15%, is the only Xenomorph add-on that I think fits the kind of endurance and hardiness that the Newborn has. Brutal Strength, which increases kick speed by 20%, is quite a literal pick. It takes Brutal Strength to be able to pull off a feat like beheading a queen in one shot. So there you go. For our next perk, I wanted to show just how, bizarre the Newborn is as an organism, half human, half Xenomorph. So I used the Singularity Teachable Genetic Limits, which is whenever a survivor loses a health state, they become exhausted for the next 8 seconds. I think this also fits since the Newborn is far less agile than its Xenomorph brethren, so it makes more sense to have the survivor slow down than you to speed up. And for our last perk, I wanted to find representation for the Newborn's strange relationship with Ripley 8, seeing her as its mother. For this, I went with another on-the-nose pick, that being the Ghoul Teachable Forever Entwined. Forever Entwined is whenever a survivor takes damage, you gain a token up to a maximum of 8. For each of these tokens, dropping, hooking, and pickup speeds are increased by 4%, up to a maximum of 32%. Quite literally, the Newborn sees itself as forever entwined to its mother, Ripley 8. Easy peasy. This build is more of a brutish Xenomorph to match the more lumbering and odd nature of the Newborn. Instead of vaulting through windows fast or playing tactically, you're geared to bulldoze pallets and waste no time hooking so you can get back into the brutality.